Furball lovers. So today we're going to do a little bit of crate training. So as context here, I have put her into the crate, but we have not explicitly done any training or made it a command yet. A lot of times when you have a dog, you'll kind of crate train your dog where you can say kennel up or some other phrase and your dog knows to go into the kennel directly. And that would be like a form of command training. Getting your dog into position, which is in the crate in this instance, and then rewarding that behavior, trying to build a positive association. There isn't really a release word with this command, so I'm going to skip over that. And this is a good test with her because I've never really done any formal crate training with her. It's just kind of putting her in the crate for 3 or 4 hours while we're out shopping or something. And for most dogs, I think that's fine. The biggest thing that builds a negative association with crates is if you're using them as a punishment. So get all angry and you angrily put your dog into the crate. Your dog then develops a negative association with the crate, and that's when they're going to not want to be in there. With her, what I've mostly done is just kind of like, don't make a big deal out of it emotionally, emotionlessly take her and just kind of move her into the crate, shut the door. There's no big deal. There's no negative association or positive association really. And I guess the only negative association is if you left your dog in the crate for a very long period of time. But we're usually back within 2 to 4 hours. She whines a little bit when we get back, but it's not a big deal. But I think today is a good point for us to actually crate train her. So try to make it a command almost, get her into position, reward her, and build that positive association with crate training. So what I recommend for getting the dog into position, it's going to be a little bit hard to lure your dog without treats in this case. And we just happen to have some really nice baked chicken. And so we're just going to kind of build the positive association with her going into the crate. So if your dog is a little bit hesitant to go into the crate, then you can always mold this behavior. Sorry, I forgot the word there for a second. So like if she gets closer to the crate or she starts to go into the crate, I can mark that and give her a reward separate than the reward in the crate. I just want to make it really clear to her that if she goes in there, she's going to get some reward. Good girl. So I'm just molding the behavior a little bit right now. I'm just taking a really tiny piece of meat, throwing it in there so it's not too much food. Good girl. I'm just marking the behavior. She already has this association. She knows that when I click this, it means she's doing something good. Good girl. Yeah. And then I can give her some extra reward once she is out of the crate. So this is like the goal here is just to try to get your dog to have a positive association with going into the crate. We're not going to close the crate or anything like that. This is desensitizing her to the crate essentially and building that positive association. Good girl. And if you do have like a wired crate, then you can always use those and try to like lure your dog into the crate a little bit cleaner. But I do like the covered crates personally. It makes the dog feel like they're more in a den, and that feels inherently safe to them. Whereas if you just use a wired crate, then it feels much more open to the dog, and your dog's going to be less likely to actually like feel comforted inside there. Because ideally what you really want is the crate to be almost like a good place, like somewhere they can retreat to. Good girl. And you can see she's going into the crate much easier now. Now that she's doing the behavior, the command consistently, I can add that command word. Crate up. Oh, let's use kennel up. It's the first time I've used it. I can switch the word. Kennel up. Good girl. So the grading criteria is quite low still. Good girl. Kennel up. Good girl. I just need to make sure I throw the chicken all the way back into the back corner. Good girl. I probably shouldn't have marked there. Crate up. Kennel up. Kennel up. So I'm going to do this 5, 10 times. Kennel up. And then I'm going to slowly start trying to fade that lure, right? And I'm using pretty small pieces of chicken right now. Kennel up. And then once she's a little bit more used to doing this, I'm going to try to fade this lure. Kennel up. Kennel up. She's smart. Kennel up. Oh, there's nothing. Let's see if I can. So some dogs you can kind of fake out. I think I need to build her association a little bit more. Kennel up. That's kind of the goal, is to either fake your dog to get into the crate or try to do a lure of some sorts. Kennel up. So what if I try to get rid of just the throwing motion? I think fading the lure is definitely going to be the hard part in training this command. Honestly, I've never really taught a dog to kennel up. I'm just trying to use my best assumptions here. Kennel up. Yeah, it's just like any other command, right? You get into position, kennel up. We're building that positive association. She's going into the kennel free of her will, but we will continue this until she actually learns it. Kennel up. Touch. Touch. Oh. Girl. Touch. Kennel up. Come. Kennel up. So she's definitely calling my bluff. Kennel up. Good girl. So I think with the side slats, I can at least start to fade the throwing of the lure. And I can try to kind of get her used to me just getting her in there without that. Come on. I'm not using the command word yet because she hasn't realized there's any food in there. Kennel up. Good girl. So this is like a one-step process in starting to fade the lure. I get her in a place to where she can see inside. Kennel up. I then drop a small piece of chicken in there. And then she goes in. Kennel up. Kennel up. Kind of the key here is I'm just trying to build that word association with her action. Come on, Sealy. Kennel up. Good girl. Kennel up. So now I'm not dropping it. I'm just kind of dangling it to see if she does it. Kennel up. Good girl. Okay. Yeah. Now, because she went in there, good girl, without me throwing a treat in there, I'm giving her extra praise, extra reward. Kennel up. Kind of jiggling my fingers around. No. Kennel up. No. Now because she's not really looking at me, I'm gonna actually put a piece in there. Kennel up. Good girl. So I did drop a piece of meat in there. Good girl. And we're trying to get away from that. When I can have her go inside there without me dropping a piece of meat in there, I'm going to give her a very heavy reward. Right now I'm just trying to tempt her in here. Kennel up. Good girl. So that time I also dropped a piece of meat in there. Good girl, yeah. So I'm not giving her that jackpot yet. Kennel up. Just trying to tempt her in there. Kennel up. Kennel up. Hey, kennel up. She almost did it. I should have probably marked and rewarded that. My goal is to reward her outside of the cage. Kennel up. So if she gets too bored, I'm just going to drop a piece of meat in there so that she still does the behavior, even if it's not quite as good as I want it to be. Good girl. But we're still building that positive association. Kennel up. Good girl, yeah. So as I said last time, I'm going to reward that pretty heavily just because she did go in there. And I'm trying to fade the lure to where I don't have to throw food in there every time. Try and get her standing. Come on. Oh, I almost fell. No, dude. If you want this, you're going to have to go in here. Where's the other side? Kennel up. Good girl. Just rewarding her, just getting her head in there. Kennel up. No, you gotta go this way. Go. So once we get this to click, I feel like it'll go pretty quickly. But we just have to get that aha moment. Maybe with the meat closer to the door. Make some noise. Okay, I dropped a piece of meat in there because we still want her to do the behavior, and if she's having such a hard time, come here. Come on. And maybe this is going to have to be 2 sessions. I was really hoping I could do it in 1 session. Kennel up. Good girl. Now remember, there was some meat in there. Good girl. Yeah. So that wasn't a fully faded lure yet. I think we just have to build some more positive association. Come on, Mika. Come on, get up. Kennel up. Kennel up. We'll just do this 3 or 4 more times to really build that positive association more, making sure we always let her know. Kennel up about the meat that's in there. So if she misses it, there's kind of no point. Kennel up. You can see there, she almost actually preempted me. She almost went in there. Kennel up. because she's used to this repetitive behavior. So I think I'm going to try to use the repetitive behavior to my advantage here. Kennel up. Good girl. So if I can get her to do this 5-6 times in a row, then she's going to instinctively just do it again. And I can avoid dropping the treat in there. I want to make sure she sees it. Kennel up. I just have to get it in quick succession. Kennel up. I need to get her into like a mode where she's going in and out and in and out consistently. Good girl. Kennel up. Kennel up. Good girl. At least now she enjoys it. Kennel up. And I think that's the pattern I'm going to follow. Is I'm going to say the command word. I'll then pause a second and then drop the treat if she doesn't go in. Now she's just trying to stay in there. Now you got to come out. She's hacked the system. Kennel up. She's just pausing outside of the door until I drop the meat, and that's what I'm trying to break. Kennel up. Good girl. So I'm trying to just reward her almost half getting in there. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. So there I'm going to give her a bunch of treats because she went in without me actually luring her. Kennel up. Kennel up. No. Okay, dropping a treat. Kennel up. So she made that breakthrough. So I think it's going to be easier. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. All right, I still have a decent amount left. I'm determined to get this before I end this video. Kennel up. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. I think she has it now. Went from very difficult to get her in there. It's now much easier. Kennel up. Kennel up. Good girl. Yeah. That's a good girl. You're gonna get this big piece if you go in here. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, look at that. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. Look at how big treats you get. That's what happens. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. So I think we've definitely broken through now. Kennel up. Kennel up. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. But you can see the difference on the beginning of this and the end of it. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. Kennel up. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. So I'm not even putting my fingers through the slats anymore. I'm just trying to repeat the same repetitive behavior that on my end here, like how I behave. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. And she's picking up on that pattern of when I walk over to the crate, I tap on it. Kennel up. Good girl. I'm marking the behavior. Good girl. It's all about association with dogs. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. And it's just pure association. I'm building the repetitive behavior and I'm adding that command word. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. I think I have enough turkey or chicken for one more reward here. I'm going to try to fade the lure almost completely. Kennel up. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Yeah, you're so good. You're so good. Oh, you want a little more? Oh, you got a lot of chicken. All right, we're fully out. So that was a novice dog who has never done this before. Good girl. Good girl. From disliking to go into the crate at the very beginning of the video, no edits here, to where she's going to go into the crate on her own volition, following a command word. Now this is in a low stress environment, right? Good girl. Yeah, we'll get you for treats. So I'm just trying to to reward the behavior whenever she goes in there. So I'm actually going to close that to make it like the forbidden fruit, where she wants to go in there. It's like a magic place that she gets rewards whenever she does go in there. So we went from her not wanting to do the behavior whatsoever to her voluntarily doing it on command. Because this is, a quiet room here, I can now increase the difficulty of this command by doing it out in the living room, by doing it around other dogs, other people, etc. But we have the base command down now, to where whenever I say kennel up, she actually goes into the crate, and then I can just shut the door after her. So I hope you guys liked today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We're slowly building that community, and I'd really appreciate your help, and I'll catch you next time.